just reflect and go back and self-scout a little bit, watch myself, but at the same time get away a little bit and make sure your body's staying right. We're still lifting and everything, but staying in the film room, staying sharp. Obviously, we don't know who we're going to play, so it's hard to start prepping for that, but just continuing to get stronger, get faster, get my body healthy is kind of my biggest focus right now.
Mentally, what do you do to get away from the game? Do you do video games? Do you watch Animal House? I don't know. What do you do?
Netflix. I mean, you never really have time during the season to sit down and just watch TV. I'm not a video game guy, never have been, but you have time to just watch TV, hang out with your roommates. Before I came here, I was just sitting on the couch with Simon and Hunter Littlejohn and some of the guys. It's just things that you never really get to do during the season because you're so busy. So it's been obviously it hasn't been too long. It's been a couple days, but it's been nice and relaxing so far.
Do you have a preference as far as a bowl destination, or have you thought about where you guys could go?
I don't have a preference. I think it's just cool to wait it out and kind of see. Obviously, everybody's a little anxious, wondering where we're going to go, but I don't know that I have a preference. I think anywhere we go will be a cool experience, a fun experience. Just having an opportunity to spend another month together and go play somewhere, and looking forward to win 9 is a special opportunity.
Didn't know you're going to get a chance Friday night to go see your dad?
I am. My dad and my brother are playing in the state championship, so I try to get out of here Thursday night or Friday morning and go watch them.
They must be excited.
They are excited. I'm just as excited. It'll be cool. I've seen them once or twice this year, but obviously this one's a little different.
Do you offer any suggestions, like play suggestions or anything?
I just have fun. I mean, it's the opportunity to go win and play in a state championship is so awesome, and it's so special. Playing high school football, obviously where I'm from, is a big deal, and you remember those things for a long time. So just for my brother, just have fun and go enjoy it.
You talked about the bucket being here today. Does the team do anything where you guys get the bucket for a day or kind of pass around players? I know Tom Allen had it at his house the night after the game.
No, there's just a case in the locker room that it's in there on display. So we see it right when we walk in the locker room every single day. It's right there, which is a pretty cool deal.
It sounds like you've had just a few days to sit and reflect on that game. What does it mean to you to have scored the game-winning touchdown after all that you've been through this season?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome, and just to be a part of that game, so much fun, so special. Obviously the bucket, obviously a huge rivalry game, but just the way that it all went down, and they obviously came back and had to go into overtime, and just continuing to fight, continuing to battle. I think that's kind of been consistent throughout this team the entire course of the year. So, yeah, like you said, to get in the end zone, to score that touchdown, it was special.
On that last play, you guys got to the line pretty quick. I mean, is that something you got in your head going into that drive? You already know before that when the ball gets to that situation that's the play you're going to run?
I don't think so, but we've been really good at quarterback sneak this year, and we've executed it really well. We were on, 1st and 1 from the inch line, and why not give it a shot? We've been good at it. We scored previously in the game on a quarterback sneak, so we tried it again and we got in there.
What has made sneak work this year? I mean, that wasn't the first game where you guys had scored with that formation, specifically with the tight end was in the ground. You guys have talked the last couple of years about struggling when you get inside the 5, not being able to punch it in. What has made that specifically work so well for you guys?
I think, first of all, the guys up front, they've been getting a really good push, and then obviously the guys behind me pushing me in, and you just got to put your nose down. And I don't think we gave it enough opportunities in the last couple of years to try to sneak it in there. But just putting your nose down and trusting that there's going to be a hole there, and if it's not, that somebody's going to push you in, and just keep driving your feet, and it's been working for us.
What'd you think about getting the helmet sticker?
It was pretty cool. It was a cool deal. I didn't even know that was a thing, honestly, because I'm usually in bed by that time. But my brother actually sent me that the next day. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think we didn't see until some photos, some of us, you getting carried off the field. Were you surprised when that started happening and people started picking you up?
I was surprised. I was kind of I was looking for my family in the stands initially. I couldn't find them anywhere. Then all of a sudden Simon and some of the other offensive linemen just, I'm in the air. I'm on their shoulders, which was, another special moment. Can't really put into words how cool that was. But, I mean, it really was awesome. It was not something that I expected anybody to do, so it was cool.
What do you think of, I'm guessing you saw this, but Tom Allen carrying Whop around for a little bit on the field. A lot got made of that. As a player, what do you think of that?
I mean, I thought it was really cool. Coach Allen just celebrating with his guys, and obviously Coach Allen probably didn't ask for that. Whop probably just went and jumped on his shoulders. But that's just a testament to Coach Allen and how much he cares about us, and how passionate he is about this and this rivalry. And to see that is something that we as players already understand, that's kind of his personality, Coach Allen, and it's cool for the rest of the world to see that.
In your preparation, how much more maybe film study did you do this year than in past years? And then, how many hours a week would you spend?
I wouldn't say it was a ton more. I think the difference was just how I organized it and went about it, and stayed true to a routine. I would say, 6-7 hours a week, just whenever you can sneak it in throughout the day. And then I would always watch when I'm right before bed, just get extra 15, 20 minutes, whatever it may be. But like I said, I just stayed true to a routine. A lot more disciplined this year with my film study, and I'd always watched a lot of film, but I was kind of just random stuff and not really staying true to anything. But this year I think that made the difference.
Did you always focus on the upcoming opponent, or would you also 2 or 3 opponents down the road?
It was always the upcoming opponent. But just the way I did it this year was just by down and distance, by formation and certain things that were a lot more straightforward and easier for me to understand and follow throughout the week. And I did it to the point where it would be the day in advance, whatever we were practicing. If we were practicing third downs, I would watch it the day before as opposed to the day of, to where it was a lot easier for me to install in the morning and go understand, okay, well, I already know what we're getting because I watched it yesterday. So just a lot more organized, and that helped me a lot.
And then when you face an opposing defense, or obviously face the defense, was there a lot of recognition, like I know exactly what you guys are going to do?
Yeah, exactly. And every team has tendencies, and we try to simulate that in practice as much as we possibly can. And obviously when we get out there on Saturday, there's going to be some different things that they throw. They give us a change up here or there. But for the most part at practice, when we're trying to simulate certain things, I had already seen it on film. And that makes my decisions a little bit quicker and very helpful.
This offense, 9 out of 12 games, 30 or more points. Did this exceed your expectations, or was there a feeling in the preseason that this was possible?
I mean, I think going all the way back to spring ball, I think we knew what Coach DeBoer was capable of. We all really bought in and believed in what he was bringing to us from the jump, and that obviously carried over into fall camp when we started really having confidence in him, and he started doing a lot of different things to get the ball in our playmakers' hands. And to say it was a surprise, that's not the case at all, because I think we really had confidence in him and the guys in this offense and what we were able to do.
Talk about the down and distance stuff. Did that start in week 1, or did someone tell you to do that, or how did you come upon doing that new regimen?
It was kind of an off-season kind of thing. I kind of sat down and thought about what would be the best way for me to watch film and to kind of start preparing. And I think just dating back to last year, and when coaches when we would be in position meetings and coaches would explain certain things, I would sit down and say, well, yeah, there's tendencies in certain downs, and what formation we line up. They might line up in a different coverage, or they might bring a different pressure. So I think when I broke it down like that and kind of sat down this past off season and realized that there's got to be a rhyme and reason to what you do, and there's a rhyme and reason to what other teams do. Trying to get ahead on that. It was an off-season thing. I don't think it started after week 1. It was something that I kind of had a plan going into the season and stuck to it.
There's been a lot of talk all year long about the leadership on this team and picking everybody else up and such. With that being said, did you have any conversations with Logan after Saturday or during the course of this week?
I did. I actually talked to him on Saturday. He approached me, which I thought was an awesome thing to do. He approached me and he just thanked me for everything and being there for him the entire year. And he apologized, and I told him there was absolutely nothing to apologize for. Nobody's perfect. Kicking in conditions like that is not easy. And I think that was big of him to do as a guy who's had a lot of success all year long. So I have talked to him. he's in good spirits, as he should be, because he's a really good kicker. Just happened to have a rough day.
How aware are you guys as players that Indiana's only had 2 9-win seasons?
It's been brought to our attention as of late. I don't think before we won this past weekend that a lot of guys even knew that was kind of the history of the program. But as of late, I mean, the last couple of days, we've kind of understood that we have the opportunity to go win another one and make history and do something that not many teams here have done.
With as many
Samson flashed in a way that he hadn't really all season. Did you see anything different from him, or is that something that you guys have come to know of Samson?
Yeah, I think we've known that's what Samson can do. So big, so strong and explosive, and playing behind Stevie Scott's not an easy thing to do, obviously, because he's a really good player. But we knew Samson was capable of that, and he finally had the opportunity to go out and show everybody what he can do.
With the number of freshmen and sophomores you guys have on the roster and that have been contributing, where do you think the program is with the youth on a team that's already won 8 games?
Yeah, I mean, I think it has an opportunity to continue to grow and be really special, because the young guys in the locker room are very talented guys, but they're more mature and they feel older than what they really are because of their buy-in and their work ethic. And I mean, there's so many guys that have contributed as freshmen and sophomores that have an opportunity to really make a difference, and they're young guys who are vocal and willing to step up and talk and lead, which I think is also a really cool thing.
Obviously, you don't know your opponent yet, but when you do find out, you're still going to have more time to prepare than you normally would. I mean, what's that approach like, trying to space that out, I guess?
Yeah, I think bowl prep will be a lot of development, a lot of fundamental stuff, making sure younger guys have the opportunity to get reps while some of the juniors and seniors and older guys are still out there staying sharp, getting the reps that they need, getting bigger and faster in the weight room with Coach Ballou. So there's a plan in place. Obviously, us as players, we don't know the specific plan, but there's definitely a plan to continue to develop and continue to stay sharp throughout the bowl prep.